Hi, welcome to Pulpy Tamarind Channel. Today we will see how to make tasty Morukolambu with pakoda. We require sour curd 1 cup. For grinding, pepper half teaspoon. Cumin half teaspoon. Green chilies 8 numbers. Ginger 1 inch. 1 teaspoon tur dal and 1 teaspoon raw rice soaked. Grated coconut 2 tablespoons. Salt as required. Turmeric powder 3/4 of teaspoon. Asafoetida half teaspoon. For tempering, mustard seeds 1 teaspoon. Oil for frying. 3 dry red chilies. Coriander leaves and curry leaves. For pakoda, 2 big onions and 3 green chilies. To grind, first we'll take 2 tablespoons of grated coconut and then we'll add 8 green chilies, and the green chilies should be very hot and spicy. This is to balance the sour curd. So also we'll add half teaspoon of pepper and half teaspoon of cumin seeds, and we'll add 1 inch of ginger to the same, and then we'll add soaked raw rice 1 teaspoon and tur dal 1 teaspoon, which has been soaked in water for about an hour or so. So this will add now this is this is actually a thickening agent, so we are adding this and we'll all blend it together into a fine paste. The water in which the tur dal and rice was soaked could be added to grind this into a fine paste. So all these you have to add and grind into a fine paste. The paste should be very fine. So this is the first step. So first do this and then keep it aside. Then we will take the curd. We will blend it in a blender, or we will whisk it with a whisker and make it a clear liquid, and then add this paste to it. So that's the next step. See, it's a fine paste which has been blended. Now take a kadai and add the blended sour curd, which has now become like buttermilk. Add that and add the mixture that we ground into a fine paste. So, and add some more water. You can cleanse this the mixer or blender, and that water also going to be added to the same. So also the bowl in which the curd was kept. So we don't waste anything. All because anyway we need to add water, that instead of adding plain water we can rinse all these things and add, so we don't miss out on any important food item. So that's we don't waste any food item, right? So how much of liquid we require, that much we will now rinse and take. So once that is done, then we will mix all this properly with the ladle, and then we'll add turmeric powder, and that is 3/4 of teaspoon, and asafoetida 1 teaspoon to the same, and mix it well. So this process is not done over the gas. So we are adding 1 teaspoon of asafoetida and mixing the same liquid very well, and we are adding 3/4 of a teaspoon of turmeric powder. Now we will mix it well. We'll add some curry leaves and coriander leaves into the same mixture. Then we'll mix it very well with the ladle till everything blends, and then we will keep it on gas or on medium heat on stove and boil it like milk. So we started with lighting the gas stove. We keep the kadai on that, and then we start stirring it and boiling it like milk. Now you can see that it has turned into a very fine yellow color, a golden color. So this is the stage. Now we'll wait till the bubbles start forming and the liquid starts boiling. Then we will switch off the gas. So then the thickness of the liquid is formed because of the tur dal and the raw rice. So once it's thickened and becomes of a thick consistency and the oil starts coming up, we stop the gas. For tempering, we will take a small kadai and keep it on the medium flame. Add 2 to 3 teaspoons of oil, and once the oil is hot enough, we'll add 1 teaspoon of mustard seeds for spluttering. And once the mustard seeds start spluttering, we'll add 2 to 3 dry chilies, which we'll break and add. We never add them whole. We need to remove the stalk and break them into 2 or 3 pieces and add them, and this will give the necessary heat and also flavor. And then we'll add the curry leaves to the same, and once they've done, Once they're done, we'll switch off the gas and wait for the thing to come to room temperature. Once it cools down and comes to room temperature, we'll add to the liquid gravy made of sour curd. This is the tempering then. So as I said before, we are adding it once it's cooled and come to room temperature to the liquid gravy. So we have done with two processes. Now third is the making of pakodas. For that we have taken 2 big onions which we will cut into long slices and 3 green chilies. So we added 3 green chilies cut finely. Now we are adding 1 cup of chickpea flour. So raw chana dal is ground into flour in the mill, and that is what we are using here. And we are using 2 tablespoons of rice flour, and also 2 tablespoons of corn flour can be added. This is for giving crispness. This is something which is not a necessity, it's just optional. Just plain chickpea flour should be enough. Add 1 teaspoon of chili powder, red chili powder for spice, and 1 teaspoon of salt for seasoning. So add this and then prepare the batter as you would do for fritters. So here we use only water to prepare the batter. So we'll add water. So we'll add water as required to the consistency that is required to make pakodas. Then we will keep oil in a kadai on medium heat and let the oil become hot. And once it's become hot, we will start making fritters out of this. So we're keeping oil for heating. Once the oil is hot enough, we start our first batch of fritters. So we wait till the bubbles subside, and then we remove this pakodas or fritters when they're crisp and golden brown, and then we start with the next batch, and so on till all the batter is done, or the amount of pakodas or fritters we want have been made. And once they're done, this is the third process which is finished, and therefore our dish is near about complete. So tasty pakoda fritters are ready. So now to the sour curd gravy, which is now cooled and at room temperature, we are adding the required amount of salt and will dissolve it with the help of the ladle. Already we have added the tempering of dry chilies, curry leaves and mustard seeds. Now we are adding the salt, and then we will add pakodas once they are also at room temperature, because otherwise the curd will split. So we don't add it when it's hot or when it's on the gas stove. This is one thing. And the second thing is, pakodas or fritters must be added only to the extent that the liquid can soak and not more. Otherwise the whole of the liquid will get dried up, because all the pakodas will soak the liquid and you won't have any liquid gravy left. So this we should be very careful. We should add only few at a time. So we will add a few at first, and once they are consumed, we'll add the rest. So this we will have the gravy as well as the pakoda soaked in gravy. So the dish is complete. Wishing all YouTubers and YT viewers a happy Pongal, a Indian harvest festival. Please subscribe, share, like, comment and press bell icon for notifications. Thank you for watching Pulpy Tamarind Channel. Pulpy Tamarind wishes